the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. Guys, this rivalry's a throwback. Aren't many left like this with the stadiums divided right down the middle.
So much tremendous history between these two teams. And David, it's... game. You throw out the stats, you throw out the standings, you throw out the records, and this is just a different energy when we see these teams play.
It's because you bring in the hatred. They don't like each other. The fan bases don't like each other. Texas, Oklahoma, it always means a lot.
The give out of the gun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
And from a Sooner offense, because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game, so the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. This Red River rivalry has such a history of great finishes, and the Longhorns pulled that one out last year, David.
Yeah, they found a way to get it done. And listen, this rivalry means so much. You think OU Jesse's heard a little bit about this over the last year?
Of course they have, David. And I think both these teams, because of how last year's game ended, they knew this one was going to be a dogfight. They were prepared to come in here and play 60 minutes plus to try to get the W.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Ewers. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
On the move, it's Blue. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
The Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside, and he pumps it up inside the 20. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense when you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Baxter. Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over.
He's off to the races. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got the quick pass. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the Longhorns will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game breakers at the position. He's got everything you look for in a great running back.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
Wide receiver shows motion. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Finds his man. It's Baxter. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw. It's Ewers. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Allchuck. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown Sooners! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50, 3rd and long. On any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update for you. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over NC State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Off play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to pass, it's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. And that was
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Sooners decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Tom. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Blue. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff...
He's going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Arnold. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Sharp. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go. Offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Looking to throw, it's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to 1st down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. The Longhorns get it past the sticks.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Scanning the field, it's Manning. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Give to the running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like this offense.
Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 13 over Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustration. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorn! They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. To the air, it's Manning. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry.
It may not be a crown, but it's a hat, and it is golden. In this latest edition of the Red River rivalry, it goes to Texas. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Until next time, that'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football.